So she wants.
YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button if you want to see more content on fucking cruises. What? Hey, what up?
Thanks.
Hey, what up?
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming tech is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
All right, guys, here we are on day 7. Unfortunately, it is our last day of the cruise. We're kind of here at the top of the Lido deck, enjoying the view, waiting for some of the food to open right now for lunch. We've had a great time so far. Obviously, in this video, I'll be talking to you guys about my overall review and impressions on everything on this boat, what I liked, what I didn't like, so stay tuned for that at the end of the video. But yeah, we're here in day 7, unfortunately, our last day on the boat. But it's been a great time, and I'll have a lot to say later on in this video. This is the arcade that they have on board, called the Warehouse. Here we are. Hey, we got a VR thing going on in here. They got the Rayman VR. Nice. You guys have probably seen this. It's like a Rayman adventure. That's pretty cool. Nice. You guys all recognize this because I got this machine at home. Different style, but this is like they have the old version upgraded to Big Buck Hunter Reloaded. I have this thing too, but I can't fit it in my house. I was just getting my storage in. The top thing. Big tuna. They got this thing here. Whack a Clown. Pop the Lock. Space Warp. Color Match. Willy Wonka Chocolate. Got a Pac-Man air hockey table, which is pretty cool. 4-person air hockey table. That's pretty cool. They call it Pac-Man Smash. Cool. Got some of these. Got this thing. We all know about this thing, the spinning wheel. We got Mission Impossible Arcade. Got the ticket station right here behind us. Oh, here's the original one that I was thinking of. You get some tickets. Got Quick Shot, little gun game. Some of these games I've never seen before. Like this Quick Shot I've never seen. SpongeBob. Oh wow, we got another, didn't even know they had motorcycle VR. That's cool. We got this thing right sitting right there. Jurassic World. Never seen this machine before. We got basketball. Got this thing. They got a lot of big arcades in here. They got The Walking Dead, which is cool. Got a Jurassic Park machine back here. This is a good game right here. They got this whole entire thing. Legends, that's cool. We got a crazy rafting game. We do have Crossy Road, but I guess this machine's broken. Oh, they got this Fast and Furious game. Fast and Furious Arcade, the one that just came out. We're back here at Big Chicken. The goal today is basically to eat all the favorite things that we've eaten all week and eat it one more time. So, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. We're having chicken for breakfast. And we're having chicken fingers because the last time I had the chicken sandwich, which obviously the chicken's gonna be the same, but we're gonna have the chicken fingers today just to rotate a little bit. The chicken sandwich is amazing. So now we're here to have the chicken fingers, which obviously it should be just as amazing considering the chicken's the same, but this is really good chicken. And the sauces are all really good. And the fries are great too. Here's a station with all the different sauces. Here's the potato salad, coleslaw and stuff that you can get as well. Here we are with the chicken fingers. We got some ketchup. We got the shack sauce, their specialty over here. We got the fries. And potato salad. Ice cream. My favorite things on the boat. This ice cream tastes so good. I've talked about it in the past. Having a bunch more today because they're that good. All right, so here's our second stop for food. We were hanging out in the pool this whole time. We did a couple more of the slides that you guys have already seen in the previous video. And now we're at stop number 2 on our tour of getting all the food that we liked one more time. We're with the Blue Cantina burrito, some watermelon. So that's stop number 2. Third thing we got here from Street Eats is one of these fries. Again, this is carbonara. It has bacon, cheese, pulled pork barbecue, and fries. Had to get one of these one last time. I love these fries and the different ways that they make these fries. It is really good. Alright guys, this is the Havana Bar. This is where they're hosting karaoke. This is our first time doing karaoke. I can't believe it took us this long. There's a lot of stuff going on in the boat, so it's hard to do everything. So we finally got to a karaoke here. Let's see what it's like. See what we can see. Have a good time.
I'll be there. So if I decide to make a mind.
Back out here at part 3 at Guy's Burgers again. Got some onion rings on the side, lettuce, tomato, ketchup, those potato chips on the side, cheeseburger. Gotta love the cheeseburgers with the fries. Having this burger one last time, sad because these burgers are so good. Can't get these at home, at least not like this. One last time, we got our towel animal chilling right here. We got a crab here at the end, as you guys can see, with a little thank you note letting us know if they don't see us in the morning. Thanks for hanging out with us and all that kind of stuff. We have to be out of the room by 8:30 in the morning, unfortunately. But yep, last towel animal of the cruise.
There's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the
and the marvels of humanity and its cultural diversities. Let's embrace our kinship, each other, and remember, we are one.
On the blink of a moment, the world turned upside down, trying to call by looking for home, and I think about much, I feel so small, but with my
As I've talked about in the other videos, the Punch Liner Comedy Club is one of my favorite things, if not my favorite things about a Carnival cruise, that there's a different comedian and you get to see a bunch of different shows throughout the week. All right, guys, and that is a wrap for our 7-day cruise that we just took on, the Carnival Mardi Gras. I hope you guys enjoyed all of these vlogs that you guys just saw in this video, and we're here to obviously, you know, wrap up my thoughts and talk about my impressions about everything on this Carnival cruise and Mardi Gras in itself, what I think about the food, the shows, the boat itself, all that kind of stuff, to basically give you guys a review after my 7-day experience. So let's go ahead and dive right into this video. But before we do that, guys, don't forget, I am a travel agent for Carnival. So if you guys have any questions about anything, leave those questions down below. And if not, if you guys want to support me and this channel 100% for free, go ahead and reach out to me so we can start planning your next vacation. So let's start off with the shows, or actually let's start off with the cruise itself. Let's start off with what I think about the cruise. So the cruise it's obviously Carnival's biggest boat that they've ever had. So it's an amazing boat. I mean, the boat is huge. They have a lot going on the boat. They have a bunch of different activities and stuff like that to do on board. They have, you know, the water slides that you guys saw. They have the mini golf. They have the basketball court. They have the sports course on top. You know, they have the venues. They have, you know, the Pigs and Anchor has like a bunch of board games and stuff that you can play. There's a variety of stuff going on all over the place. And their activities, there's stuff to do every hour on the hour, whether it's port days or non-port days. There's always something that you guys are going to enjoy doing. There's too much going on every hour, because you want to do something and then you're like, oh, it's the same time as this, and there's just a lot going on. But I will say, one of the things that I'm going to complain about right at the start of this video is what I found really disappointing, because I brought a friend with me and I was excited to show him one of my favorite all-time game shows on any of the cruises, and unfortunately this one didn't have it, and that is the adult scavenger hunt, otherwise known as the Quest, on most of the cruises. This is the first cruise line I've ever been on that didn't actually have the Quest game show. It was kind of crazy. And from what I read online, it usually is up to the cruise director's discretion, but regardless of what the reasoning is really disappointing. The adult scavenger hunt is basically, there's a bunch of people on teams, and then there's a guy up there who basically asks you to bring stuff up to him, and it just gets really wild and really crazy, because it's obviously an 18+ show only, and it's just a lot of fun. It's one that I definitely look forward to, and it's unfortunate that it wasn't, you know, something that was on this boat, and that's definitely something that I knock it against, because it's the first one I've been on that didn't have it, whether it's Carnival or Disney or the other ones. All the other ones had it, and it was kind of disappointing. But other than that, ton of activities, ton of variety, all the stuff that you guys usually expect on there, like karaoke, you know, trivia, you know, dancing events. You guys saw the 80s rock glow party. They had a 90s party, which was fantastic. You guys know how much I love the 90s. All of that stuff is all here. And there was a ton of fun to be had. You guys saw that all throughout the experience. So even though the Quest game show wasn't on here, there's a lot of stuff that they did that was different than other boats, that there was a lot of fun to be had regardless. I'm just really disappointed, because I love that game show. But they did have Love and Marriage, which you guys saw a couple snippets of, and that's one of my other favorite shows on the on Carnival, on boats in general. And they actually had 2 of them on here. I'm used to only seeing one of those on here, but they actually had that twice, which was obviously fun to see and a lot of fun. So that also made up for it a little bit. Now, moving on from the actual cruise, the cruise activities. Like I said, the boat is fantastic. It's huge. It's really easy to navigate and stuff. You know, I love the look of the boat. Everything is obviously brand new, this being a pretty new ship out there. One of the other things that you guys saw in the room tour is the interior rooms are really small for 4 people. They have bunk beds on top like you guys saw in our room, but if we had to fit 4 people in those rooms, that would be literally insane. I mean, there's just not a lot of room for 4 people to fit in there. It's literally wild. But moving along, as long as you can deal with that, I would recommend you probably, if you're doing an interior, maybe just put 2 people in there, or prepare yourselves to be really tight to be able to fit all your clothes and stuff. It's kind of wild. I mean, the 2 of us in this room already were already, you know, tight moving around and stuff, and the bathrooms were obviously a little smaller, and that's me comparing it to other boats I've been on. I think it just feels a little smaller than the other boats I've been on in this configuration that I saw. But who spends a lot of time in the room anyway? You're on a cruise. So at the end of the day, it didn't really matter too much. Now, moving on from the actual cruise and how much I like the actual appearance of everything and all the cool venues that I talked about and stuff, all of that stuff is there, and all those venues that they had on there was awesome. But moving on from that, we're talking now about the actual food on board and all the different restaurants that they have and stuff. And one of the things that was pretty impressive and stuff is the fact of all the variety of free food that they have on board. All the free food that they have on here, you know, between Guy's Burgers and the burgers that they have on there, Guy's Pigs and Anchors. They have the Street Eats area that you guys saw that switches their food out every single day, which was awesome to see. You know, they have the Guys Picking Anchor barbecue place that's on here as well. They have the panini station where they make sandwiches. They have the pizza place. They have the burrito place. They have a cafe place that has free, you know, danishes and desserts and stuff. I mean, there's food everywhere. We couldn't even eat everything on this last day that you guys saw of everything that we wanted because there's just so much free food. We didn't get to the sandwich place again. We didn't get to the pizza place again because we were just full from everything we ate. And they have free ice cream. Ice cream is one of my favorite things on the cruise line. It tastes so good. The vanilla that they have is one of my favorites that I always look forward to when I go on a cruise port. And this is honestly, from the cruises that I've been on recently, this has the most amount of free food and variety of free food. There's just free variety of food everywhere. But that Street Eats really set it over the top between the fact that it changes every single day to have a new option on those places. The variety is through the roof on this boat, in my opinion, when it comes to free food. And I always had something interesting to look at and what I wanted to eat. So, and let's not forget that they started doing this a little bit before we got on this boat. When you have the specialty restaurants now, you actually get to choose to go to the 2 specialty restaurants for free on your first time visiting it, whether lunch or dinner. So the Italian place and the Mexican and Asian combination that we went to, we actually got to go for free, and those places were outstanding. You could go to them again if you want to. You pay $8 per person, but regardless, it's free, and you can go there once. And I've never been on a boat that gives you the specialty restaurants for free. So they made dinner even have more options. And dinner was not, I'm used to going on cruises, and every time I go to dinner, it's always exciting because you're going and you're seeing the same waiters and stuff like that. This cruise, we did things differently because there was so much variety of food to go to that even for dinner, because everything I just talked about was like lunch food and stuff, but even for dinner, they had the dining room, obviously, which had food. Then they had the Pigs and Anchor, which had a completely different menu with a lot more food for dinner that you can go to. And then they had the 2 specialty restaurants that you could choose to go to. There's just so much variety, and that doesn't even count their premium upscale restaurants like the sushi place that they had and the steakhouse that they had that we never actually got to try. There's a lot of variety of food on board, guys, free for you to eat, whether it's lunch or dinner. And they even have something that I have not seen on a cruise line in years, maybe since I was like 20 years old. And that is the fact that they brought back the late dinner buffet. I don't know how many of you guys remember going on a cruise and they had like those chocolate buffets at midnight and stuff like that. I haven't seen that in ages, and the fact that they actually brought that back on this boat, it's kind of crazy that they finally have it back. And you go to dinner and stuff like that, and at 11:30 to 1 o'clock at the Pigs and Anchor place, they have like chicken fingers, they have hot dogs and stuff like that. So you're not just eating pizza. Most other boats after 12 o'clock at night, it's literally just pizza and nothing else. So it's awesome that that was the experience that we got, and we got to see more of those buffets and stuff like that on there as well. So that was really cool that there was that much free food. I am.
Can I say hi?
Yeah, you could jump in.
Hi,
So she wants.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button if you want to see more content on fucking cruises. What? Hey, what up?
Thanks.
Hey, what up?
Nice to meet you guys.
Say it to the vlog. Yup, to
So as you guys can tell, that was everyone that's on board. It's a really fun cruise. I mean, between all the parties and stuff like that, those are all the people that were just on the cruise. It was a really fun time. You guys saw that through all the content on the vlogs and stuff like that. There's a lot of different things to enjoy, and people are having a great time out here. So it was fun to have them in the video here, and very unexpected. But getting back on track here, we talked about the food. We talked about the actual boat itself. So everything on this boat was fantastic. Now the ports of call that we went to, Amber Cove, Grand Turk, and the actual Atlantis. Obviously, you guys saw Atlantis was cool because I finally got to bring a water camera with me. You guys saw all of those slides. That was fantastic. And sorry about that, guys. A little cut there because the camera fell because the boat's rocking right now, and lost the camera and almost fell on the floor. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, the 3 ports that we went to, Amber Cove and Grand Turk and Atlantis, was awesome. You got to see Atlantis and you got to see all of the water slides because I actually got to bring an underwater camera with me, which was awesome. And that was obviously a really fun experience. So that was, you know, awesome to be able to bring that content to you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed Atlantis. Then we went to Amber Cove. It was actually my first time visiting their private island of Amber Cove. That was a ton of fun. The beach was amazing. You guys saw all of those videos. That was a really fun time. And then we obviously went to Grand Turk, and I showed you guys their free area and everything that you have going on there. And then Governor's Beach, which a lot of people say is the best beach over there that's close by, which I agree with at the end after exploring both sides. So a lot of cool content on there and a lot of stuff that you guys could watch over if you guys want to see any of this stuff. But overall, my impressions on this boat are obviously honestly really positive. You guys have to subscribe because I will be doing a full-on comparison of these boats where I'll be talking about the Disney Wish versus the Carnival Mardi Gras versus the Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas, which is obviously, you know, all three of the biggest boats on all of the different major fleets. And I'll be doing a comparison video to let you guys know which one is the best for you guys to go on. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that. But if you guys have any questions or comments about anything you guys have seen in this video or any of the vlogs or anything on Carnival, make sure you guys leave those questions down below as usual. I hope you guys enjoyed this 7-part vlog series of anything on this boat. And if there's anything you guys need to know that I may have missed, you can obviously let me know. But overall, my impressions on this boat are really positive, and I would definitely not hesitate to come back and hesitate to recommend this boat. There's something for everyone when it comes to food, when it comes to shows. The shows on board are also fantastic. We all know that Carnival's main show that a lot of people get excited about is their comedy shows, and this boat had it in spades. They had 2 different comedians in the beginning, and then midway through the ship they switched, and then we got 2 more comedians on board, and they had a different show every night, 1 PG show and 1 PG-18 show. So it was fantastic. We got a lot of comedy and stuff. But one of the things I always complained about with Carnival is the fact that when I go on these boats, a lot of their shows are Broadway style shows, and it's music that I usually have never heard of, and that's usually all their shows for all 7 days. Well, I'm happy to report for the first time on the Carnival Mardi Gras, at least for the boats I've been on, they actually changed that up. They actually now have magic shows on board. They have acrobatics going on all over you where they're doing like different spins and different acrobatic stuff in their area. It was a fantastic experience, a lot of their shows, and Celestial Strings ended up being my favorite. You guys saw snippets of all the shows, but that was definitely my favorite. They have Family Feud on board, which was awesome. They have a great amount of variety of shows on here. The Love and Marriage show is fantastic. They're one of my favorite shows on board. So they did a really good job with the shows compared to their other boats and variety. I still wish that they would push it a little bit more because there's still some Broadway stuff, and it's still some of the songs, mostly I don't know them, and it's kind of surprising that, you know, that they don't have more. Like, I'd love to see a ventriloquist on board and stuff like that, and I was a little bit surprised that we haven't gotten more. But really big step in the right direction to have more variety on board, kind of make themselves a little bit more like the other cruise lines and stuff where they have more variety and stuff on their shows. So really happy to see Carnival pushing in that direction. And the only negative I had to say about the shows is that when you're watching a lot of the shows, they have them in the, not in the main theater, but they have them in like the center stage area that you guys saw snippets of. And if you sit anywhere not in the front, you get your view blocked because there's like a big barrier there. So when they have these cool acrobatic shows going on and stuff, you don't see those acrobatics half the time because they're happening above you, which was the only unfortunate thing with the shows. So, I mean, that's the nature. They can't do anything about that based on how things are. But what I would recommend, obviously, is get there early and get one of the front areas so you actually aren't blocked by view. But other than that, really impressed with all the shows on board, especially compared to years past when I've been on Carnival. Like a cop car. Alright guys, so that was the end of our 7-day cruise. What a fantastic time we had on this Carnival cruise ship. As you guys saw, I gave all my thoughts there in my review, so I hope you guys enjoyed this series, and stay tuned to subscribe. We'll be doing more things, you know, future cruises and future Disney trips and all that kind of stuff. As like I have said, I am a travel agent, so reach out to me if you want to support me. Get 100% for free on this channel and support future content on going to different places and stuff. Where do you guys want me to go next? Leave those questions and comments on anything about this ship that you want down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And thank you guys for staying along with this journey, and until next time.